Okay.
Okay.
Hey. So, all right. Well, since we got a couple people in the building, let's go ahead and talk. We got our guest here. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight for another episode of Indie Talks. So, of course, we are sitting with some of the most greatest of independent artists that are right here in our own backyard each and every Thursday. So this week I am super excited, and I want to talk a little culture as well. We have no other than the wonderful, talented, handsome King K.C. Woo!
Wait, we can hear, okay.
Okay. We was nervous. We hear no sound at first. I think we can't hear you.
Yeah. It's like going
in and out.
Really?
Okay. We hear you.
We hear you now.
Yeah?
Good? Yes. Okay. You're good. All right. Say hi to the people.
Sorry.
You're good.
People, how are you?
Good. So listen, I don't know about you. No, I know about you. I know about you. I know about you. I don't know about you, K.C. But I'm super excited just to, have this conversation. I think this conversation tonight, I think all the conversations are great, but I think this one in particular, we want to dig in, your background, your culture. We want to, the Afrobeats, the sound, and, the difference between here with the States and back home with your country. So we want to dig into it all, if you don't mind. Okay. So first off, talk about King K.C. Just talk about, since we know a little bit of your background, just talk about your background and, how you got started.
How did I get started making music?
Yeah. How you get started making music? Yes.
I've been singing since I was, I'll say, little. I've been singing since and it kept me out of trouble and stuff because I joined the choir when I was little. My mom put me in the choir and everything, kept me out of trouble because we lived in the South Bronx, so it wasn't really good. So fast forward to college. That's when I released my first ever song. That was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, and then now we're here. I mean,
all right, and then everything you've been releasing is hit after hit after hit. It's like something you can vibe to. It's dope. It's great. I love it.
As you can hear the intro song, from your latest single.
In Afrobeat till 2017, that was my first ever attempt.
And you're doing amazing with it.
Excuse me.
So what made you want to get into doing Afrobeats as opposed to just any other genre of music?
Since Afrobeat came out when I was in middle school, I've been into Afrobeat. I just never was able to create it myself, really focus and study it and understand culture, to know for something to be a culture and then to create it is two different things. So it's I had to do my homework on it and everything. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. So King K.C, like I said, we're super excited to have you. Talk about your musical influences. I heard you grew up in the choir and everything. So who influenced you growing up and to be able to say, I'm definitely gonna pursue music?
A couple different artists. Lucky Dube. I don't know if you Dube. My father.
I actually heard yes.
Yeah. When I was little, Chris Brown. I'm not gonna lie.
You need it.
Yeah, just people like that. Kiss Daniel. Just people like that. Malik Berry. He really taught me how to really start making watching him really taught me how to make Afrobeat when I was starting off. So it was just stuff like that. That really
Okay. So now originally you're from Nigeria. So talk about that. How was it with that transition going from Nigeria coming to the States and kind of, I guess, figure out, all right, I guess the culture transition.
Was it a culture shock to you? Just coming?
Not really, because I was 2 years old when I came. But you say it's more a culture shock when you in the house. When you're outside the house, it's two different cultures, dynamics. In the house is African. My mom speaking the language and everything, and making sure we know the language and all that.
Yeah,
And
no, that's good.
you have to,
Keep it going.
But yeah, keep it going, but still fit in with your other crowd as well.
Okay. So with that being said, now trying to, maintain your your individuality, being that okay, you're from Nigeria, but then you said still trying to maintain that individuality with your friends and those outside of the home. How do you maintain that without, just basically, not losing yourself, and especially in conforming, but especially as I'm thinking more of a perspective as an artist, because there are so many trends, that's going on. So we talk about Afrobeats and we talk about a lot of artists. You said you love Chris Brown and everything. Like, how do you keep that individuality for yourself?
The way I look at it, I don't think the two backgrounds conflict each other because, you're made up of multiple backgrounds, like, been through part of who you are. So I just feel like I can put both together, and that's me. That's who I am. That's what my music represents.
Okay.
When you are writing your song, what comes to you as an inspiration?
That's a good question. When I'm writing my song,
like what inspired you for JJ Rhythm?
Oh, for that song, honestly, I just be in the moment, listening to the beat, and what comes to me comes to me. But it's a crazy process because sometimes I have the melody in my head but no words to it. I have the words and everything just comes out like once I already know what I'm going to talk about, everything. But it's just in the moment thing. It's just the spirit's guiding me.
I like that. Like, listen, this is the moment. So with that being said, over the past few years, we saw how more emerging, it's always been there with Afrobeats and like the sounds and it, but over the past few years, we have seen, more American artists utilize more of Afrobeats and Afrobeat artists, or culture, like just the culture, embrace the culture even more. Would you say like with you breaking out as an independent artist, do you feel like that's, I would say, like more of a good thing for you, or you feel like maybe it's oversaturated now? Like what are your thoughts on that? Because I want to make sure that, the audience understands, like, regardless, because the music you make and that we heard, amazing. And it's like momentum that we can hear from time going on and on.
You saw me earlier coming in the intro.
That sounds like, girl, I want to dance. But talk about that, like that stepping into that time frame right now and just hitting it in regards to the upcoming with Afrobeat sounds.
I mean, it's a great thing that Afrobeat is where it's at right now, and hopefully it keeps continuing to grow and everything. But I feel like if I could speak for most like Africans, like we just hope this is not just like a
trend.
You know what I mean? Like, you really want to, if you really want to love the music, love the culture, really try to understand it. Just don't do it because you see everybody else.
Because it's happening.
Yeah.
Not right now. I want it to be like you truly understand that, Africa is your roots and you really want to come back and connect.
That's good.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, like, I kind of feel like I'm like, it's like I hope that's not the case, because it's like I said, just over the years, like it's all, like I said, it's always been there, like between my husband and some friends that just been playing like different artists and music and things of that nature. But then I just saw how it got so Americanized after a while, and it's just like, whoa, is this gonna be a right now thing? Like, it's a phase, it's gonna fade out. But I'm really hoping, just like the words that you said, like they're really they're really taking it in and really trying to understand it and embrace it, because it is a part of our lives, regardless of who we are.
So, okay. As far as like with quarantine, how has it helped, or would you say has it hurt like your creative process this year versus last year? And I have a follow-up question up to that.
Oh man, quarantine, this whole COVID thing.
feeling like I'm over it.
Right.
I want to go outside.
Like, I'm ready for how to get away.
I'm ready to go outside. It's okay.
It like the creativeness, like in the studio, it hasn't really affected it as much. But like the process after that, like it's releasing new music. You know, like there's so much new music that was supposed to be released this year, but with everything going on, people are unavailable. You know how it is. You got pieces are moving when it comes to making this music thing, but right now it's difficult. But we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But pre-quarantine, when you were looking for like a certain vibe or certain sound, like, would you ever say like, all right, let me go back to Nigeria, let me try to get inspired? Would you do that? Like, is that something like you would do?
I went to Nigeria this December. I stayed for like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yes.
It was good. It was good. I came back with so much more energy. You know, I had a lot more to put down on vinyl.
Okay.
All right. So, speaking of you going back to Nigeria, so obviously you have made such a movement in music, radio. You have so many different performances and hits and things that transpired, and that you get a lot of play. Would you say there's a difference in regards to, you know, being how it's you're reflected back home versus being reflected here in the States? Like, what do you feel is a difference in the momentum?
Back home, if I lived back home, it would be times easier than over here. Makes back home, like they're already playing my music on FM radio.
Really? Yeah.
And it was I'm surprised. I was just like, wow. So it's just
that is so good. And congrats.
Yes. That's good.
Thank you. They show me love back home. So it's just like, you know, but this is where I live. So this is where I gotta do it. This is you know, this is where I grew up. So eventually.
So with that being said, you know, I always gotta have a follow-up to the follow-up on the follow-up. So with that being said, you know, do you feel like you just know what, I just gotta work, you gotta work 10 times harder to push more? Like, do you find it more difficult to say, you know what, I'm trying to get, y'all, I'm playing over there, I'm trying to get played here. Yes. Like, what's good?
I just feel like here is so many people doing music. It's oversaturated, and it's so many different types of music that they do out here. So
and you got to stand out. You got to stand out in a way.
More than just making good music when it comes to New York. Yeah, good music. You gotta have a good business plan, have a good everything. You know, you gotta actually, you gotta work times harder on everything other than music to really, you know, out here. Yeah, they just want to hear good music. That's really all they care about.
Okay. So, my fault. I'm sorry. I know. I just gotta follow up. So, would you say that would be like the hardest part of pursuing music? If not, what would you describe would be the most toughest point that you had to really go through while trying to go on this music journey?
The toughest thing will be the business side of music, not really the music side of music business. It's more like, and I feel like a lot of other artists go through the same thing. We focus on, okay, we want to create the best music possible, and then once we master how to make our music as good as it should, then it's never, that whole time we was never thinking of the business side of the music, and now you have to go back in the business side, and it's just like, okay, so I feel like that's the biggest is the business side of the music business.
Okay. Now, how do you say, like, what makes you different from other artists who do Afro beats? Like, what makes you stand out?
In, like, out of all the Afrobeat artists in the world?
Well, just like as like a sense, yeah. I mean, not all the artists in the world, but just what separates you? What makes you different?
I feel like my background makes me different. Yeah, I feel like my background makes me different, and my music is good.
That's right. That's right. As you should.
but music is good, and my background makes me different. I feel like I kind of bridge the gap. Like I put some American in with the Afro, and everybody can vibe to it,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, definitely.
You got one? Okay. So, of course, I want to shout out Don Knock, artist and producer Don Knock, of course. How you doing? So, I wanted to get into it. So, of course, I actually got to meet you through Don Knock. So, talk about your experience in working with Don Knock. What made you guys vibe, connect, and on top of that, he has the way his mindset is and how he thinks, and gathering music and knowing who to disperse
and
to.
Who to pick for what. I know he's somewhere cheesing right now.
Because clearly he picked you, and I mean, you're amazing. Talk about that relationship, and would you say having a team, just from being around and working with Don Knock and the forthcoming, like, would you say that a team is very important to have?
Yeah, a team is extremely important to have. You can't do it by yourself, honestly. You need a team, a great team. Don Knock, how do me and Don Knock meet? I met Don Knock through my cousin. Don Knock, because I needed a producer, and Don Knock needed an artist, and I was just like,
he need a producer. He's
both of them needs that.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly. I came over to the studio. We vibed immediately, and then from there on, it's history. Everything we've worked on, except for the 2 songs that he put out on his project, all the other stuff that we've been working on, nobody's heard it yet, and it's sad because
we need to hear it. First of all, I still bump Cairo to Soweto.
Yes.
Yeah, Cairo.
Yes.
That was
in the visual.
Not just saying because I was in the video.
I mean, if Don Knock was on here, I mean, even the visual as well. Like, oh my gosh, like talk about it.
Like color, it's like everything is so colorful, bright, super dope. But go ahead.
Talk about that too. We want to get into that, a little bit of that.
The visual.
Yes.
Okay, the visual. The visual. His vision for the visual is supposed to be like a mini movie. So, and it was like the Cairo to Soweto and the Rosalina part of the movie was supposed to be more colorful and everything to represent the African colors, and because Iki and all that stuff is so colorful and everything. So we wanted to implement that into those first 2 songs when it comes to the visual.
Okay. All right.
When are we getting a project from
you? Right.
When?
We don't heard so many different avenues from you, like for the sound, and then your single is like I said, it's just, for me, it's just momentum because of the fact, like the movement, the sound, the Afrobeat, just everything that's impartial into it. Like, when we get a project, and what should we expect from the project?
We need something.
Y'all gonna get a couple more singles before.
Listen, all those stuff that's like stacked up that y'all got, I need
y'all to release this.
Yes.
No, it's coming. Trust me.
Okay. Would you say like before the end of the year?
Yeah. Before the end of the year.
Okay.
More singles dropped, and then I'm gonna come back on the project. By the end of this year, you're gonna have a couple more singles dropping. And
does that include a visual?
Does it include a visual?
Does it? Yeah. Is a visual gonna come out too?
We need a DJ Rhythm visual. Like,
we need a video.
We need that.
Yeah, no.
I need the colors too, because I'm already visualizing.
No, we're gonna definitely have a visual. We definitely gonna have a visual. We have so much planned. It's just.
Damn, Corona.
I know, right?
Messing everything up.
COVID, go sit down. So listen, once again, we thank you so much, King K.C. I mean, we have more questions, but I appreciate the pureness, and definitely talking about your background, and really giving us that that look into your life. I mean, so of course we're talking about music, and we're talking about a lot of things that trending. Like, how do you stay on top of your knowledge and understanding regarding what's going on in the music industry? Like, because of course you got to have your ear to what's going on back home, then you got to have your ear what's going on the streets here. Like, how do you kind of pretty much figure it out or understand and learn it?
I listen to a lot of music. That's my DJ friends put me on, my DJ cousins. I'm not gonna call them my friends, they're really my cousins. They put me on to a lot of going on. And yeah, I just always like just whatever comes out, I like to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to see what it sounds like. I want to know if I like it or not. You know, I just like to hear all different types of music. It's not just Afrobeat. It's like all. If it sound good, I want to hear it.
Do it.
Okay. So if it could infuse some alternative or anything of that nature, like you're open to it.
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful. Okay. Want me to go to my next one?
Yeah, go
ahead. Okay. So the one question I love to ask our artists is, because as creatives, we have multiple things going on. You know, and you're not only a singer, you're a songwriter, of course, and then you're traveling back and forth. So how do you find time for King K.C? Like, how do you keep your balance and keep your sanity together in order to give your fans or your audience what they deserve, the best part of you? How do you do it?
A lot of family time. I'm a family man. It might not show it, but I'm.
Said I might not show it. It's okay.
That's so cute.
And making music really it helps me release. Like, it's a big release for me. Like, when I put all my emotions into the music I write and sing. So those two things, family and music. Really
okay. Is like, when it comes to like your writing, is it with certain songs? Is it from past experiences? Is it things like you've seen?
Yeah, everything that I've written is from past experiences, or I experienced somebody else experiencing it.
Like New York CC.
New York K.C.
Talk about it.
No, New York CC is I've experienced it, and I feel like a lot of people experience the same thing. It's just somebody that you fall in love with, and there's outside forces trying to destroy that bond. Just you're not willing to let anything stop that. That everybody can relate to that.
Talk about it. All right.
So so we need a fun fact. Okay, so what is the most important or most fun fact you want your audience to know about you?
The most
Stumped?
Fact. Okay, hold on. I don't know. I don't. You could quote me. I don't know. A fun fact.
I can't believe I stumped you. Just something. I mean, if you really want the audience to know one thing about you, besides you sing and you have this great talent, like, what is it that you want them to take away from you?
What makes you you?
What makes me me?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's not a fun fact, but you could just say with the flow. I'm not really so uptight and stuff like that. I'm really more of a chill, relaxed kind of dude.
And I get that from you.
Yes, definitely get that vibe.
Definitely get that vibe from you.
But a fun fact, I don't know.
Have you done anything like extreme or? I like this question. I like this question.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, cool. It's all right. Maybe it's coming. Maybe it's coming though.
I'm afraid of heights.
You're afraid of heights? Okay, so no skydiving or anything like that in the future. Okay, no roller coasters. All right, got it.
Never.
But hopefully, And you know what? It would be so funny because probably when we get off, you're gonna be like, "Dog, I knew it was this one thing." Like, and you're gonna think about it right then and there. It's okay. It's all right. So one thing we are gonna take away is like King K.C is very chill.
Family man.
He is a family man. He loves his music. So if you guys don't got anything else, you better get that and go get the music. Go get the single.
Oh, and Don Knox said you love Henny. Okay, Henny.
Okay, Henny.
Right,
I like that brown water.
You trying to leave out the brown water?
I didn't. Yeah.
Next time you pull up, we're gonna have some glasses, okay?
I will definitely.
Clink.
Oh my gosh, this has been amazing. Yeah. I love it. So of course, we're gonna wrap up soon, but I wanted you to talk about maintaining your success as a writer and as a singer. Like, it takes so much work, it takes so much commitment. Talk about the time that you dedicate and how much you invest in putting into your music, because I think a lot of artists need to know that this is not an overnight thing. Like, you just didn't wake up overnight and say, hey, I'm just gonna do music, I'm gonna relocate, I'm gonna do this. Maybe some have. I'm not gonna take that, so don't shoot me, don't shoot the messenger. Maybe some have, but talk about that investment in which you put in.
Before I released any Afrobeat, I practiced writing Afrobeat for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
For like 4 years, I practiced making Afrobeat. Like, it would just be me, and it would not be really like writing. It would be like more like freestyling it, to see if I understand the way it should go, or the way I want it to go in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But and then every day I just try to like write something, a melody of anything. I try to do something when it comes to music. And every song that I do, I try to push myself to like do better than my last song, if that makes sense. And work, he always telling me, I hate that man. I love that. He working with him, he pushes me to really look at myself and do better than I've done before.
Okay.
And sometimes that's definitely needed. Yeah. Like when because sometimes I think that
you just need a push.
You just need a push. Like, I don't want to get into nothing long-winded. You just need a push. Sometimes it's just because you can always think in your head like, yo, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And honestly, if someone from the outside be like, what you doing?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
You're not doing it.
You're not doing it. Right. So that's good. And I think that's very important too, because you don't always want to have people around you that's just always going to pat you on the back for everything, because you don't always need a pat on the back. You want somebody who's going to keep it real. Right. Just keep it straight 100 with you. Like, yo, dude, all right, that was cute, but we can get better.
Yeah, exactly. Makes me like, he show, like, I wouldn't know how to put it. He pushes me to do stuff differently. Like, I have more, like, to look within myself and find the new flow that I haven't used yet, or different words that I haven't used yet. Just don't stick to the stuff that you're comfortable with doing. So I
definitely come out the box.
Yeah, and you have to really kind of be uncomfortable to be great. Because if you're always just comfortable, what are you really doing that's different?
Right. And we need to holler at him because he went to Denmark, so we need to see what's going on with that. Anyway, but it's not about him. It's not about him right now. Okay. So, but did you have another question, or
how do you? I know you said you're a family man. How do you make that time? Like, do you set like a certain time? Like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write. I'm gonna spend my time writing. Then I'm gonna have my family time, or is it just like random? Like, you wake up and it's like, all right, let me write this down
as it comes, and has some type of schedule.
It's just a go with the flow thing, honestly. Like, in my spirits, I'm like, yo, I want, like, all I'm thinking about is writing this song. I just keep thinking about this flow. Then I'm gonna go and do the music. And like, once I'm like, I'm feeling drained or whatever, then I'm to, reach everything. It's just like that.
Okay. So now, I know we have joked, we have laughed, we talked about the music. I want you to talk about, your going forward, your message in which you want to convey through your music. Like, as a new artist, what would you feel like is your messaging or like more of your signature that you want your audience to understand?
That there's, I know I've been putting out nothing but love songs.
But we love them. We love songs.
Love songs,
and it's not like the depressing love songs. It's the happy love songs.
It's like there's more sides to me than just love, you know. Later on, you guys, I want my fans to see the different sides of who King K.C is, because King K.C is not just
I love a guy.
Yeah, exactly. I got multiple dimensions.
Oh, so we got a bad guy, we got bad King K.C and all that other stuff. What?
I grew up in the South Bronx, so I mean.
Oh, okay. Says it all. I'm
a song about what you sing.
I can't wait.
Yes. I can't wait for this project.
Yes, we wait for this project. Okay, you got to definitely let us know. When the next one's coming out. Definitely.
I'll send that to y'all before I even release it.
Okay. All right. Great. So before we wrap up, of course, I've always asked this as our last question to our independent artists. So of course, we want all of those who are looking to be in the industry, who are already in the industry, or who's looking to pursue different avenues. What words of encouragement, and never say advice, what words of encouragement would you give other artists that are trying to level up in the industry as well?
Work hard, stay true to yourself, and
wait, what was the last one?
You broke up a little bit.
And oh shit. Okay.
There we go.
Stay true to yourself and never give up.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So K.C, did you have something else? I just went. Okay. This has been so amazing. I am so glad that we finally, because I think we've been trying to hunt you down for like a minute now. Yes. And we finally got you. I was like, wait, so I said, you hit the IG DM and I'm gonna be over here in the email. Like, so we're just super happy that we were able, and very appreciative to be able to sit and talk with you and have this conversation. I think this conversation was a long time coming. Yeah. And we appreciate great music. Not just good music, great music, and which you are providing, and I really want to see you continue to give.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Let the audience know where they can find you. I mean, if you want to put in a little comment, anything like that, go follow him. Go download his music. It's on all platforms. Please, guys, not only just stream it, buy it, purchase it, just get it. Let's continue to support our independent artists. Yes. It's much needed, okay?
Go to my link in my bio. All the music.
Link in bio. But you can find his name up top in the left hand corner. Left hand, sorry. I don't know my left from right. In the left hand corner, you can see him, King K.C. Official.
So thank you so much, K.C, for joining us tonight. It was much appreciative. The conversation was amazing. I just love everything that you're doing. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged, regardless of what Corona's doing this year. Keep going, keep doing it, push through it, exactly. Find other avenues, keep putting it out. Don't stop, because we definitely want to see more from you.
Exactly.
Oh, can't hear.
Wait, you broke up.
You breaking up.
Again? What
the? Okay. All right.
Okay, now we
Okay, this Sunday, the acoustic video I released? I'm releasing the audio this Sunday. It's gonna be on all platforms, so if y'all want to listen to it. Because some people, all
right, acoustic.
They want the audio.
Okay, so it probably won't be this Friday for the music. We have to put it on for next following Friday. Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely put that on our list for new music.
Yes.
Everybody go listen to that. And I got another song coming in probably the next month or two.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be waiting.
Exactly.
Okay.
Along with that project.
And you better send it to us. We better be the first on the list after the producer and the whole team.
Everybody gotta review it.
Everybody review first, and then we're next. Okay. So that way we can get it going and get it on the station and put it on our new music list. All right. Cool. We're here. Okay. So.
Oh, we love you too, Don.
We love you. So K.C, thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. Thank you for accepting our crazy.
Yes.
Okay. And having fun with us and having a great conversation. So we want you to enjoy your night.
Yes.
Good night.
All right. Bye.
Have a good one. So, you got it? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that was amazing as always. Okay. You know, very laid back, very chill. And
very chill. Sometimes I have to like, all right, I gotta get more energy. But he's very chill. But it was a really dope interview.
It was. And I mean, all of the interviews that we have are amazing. So, you know what? I can't wait until next week, guys. We got something very special for you guys. I really can't wait.
Well, actually, in 2 weeks, too. We have,
let's let them know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, we want to let you know that in 2 weeks, September 25th at 7 p.m., we are going to have our first music panel. Woo! Woo! Super excited. It is our Genius Pursuit and Passion. Basically, finding the gateways of the ins and outs of working in the music industry. We have an amazing panel. Who we're going to go over our panel list right now. So Monica Alexander, who actually was former director for R&B and publicity at MCA Records, who is now the founder of PR Wiz Entertainment. Then we have Miss Ebony Thompson, who has worked with numerous of artists. I believe Joe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to say. I'm going to make sure. She's a promoter for and owner of Cali Capital. Then we have Sharon Goldsmith, who is like my mentor, who is she's the VP over at Aasha for entrepreneurship and leadership, but has worked in the label music industry for years. She has worked with G-Unit. G-Unit. Sorry. We just had to do it. She definitely has worked with so many different artists. Of course, Olivia, all of the G-Unit crew, 50 Cent. Who else we have? The lawyer. We have our entertainment lawyer. So guys, you guys want to know about publishing and licensing and royalties, contracts, all that good stuff. We have Robert or Bob Christine, who is an entertainment lawyer. He has his clients have been the Clips, Genuine, I think a couple of Housewives. Who else recently now 6ix9ine, I believe formerly rest in peace Pop Smoke. So we have an exciting panel coming up in 2 weeks. It is free. It's going to be via Zoom. We're going to put the Eventbrite up. We're going to get everything out to you. We're just waiting for the flyer to come back so we can get all this out to you. But we just wanted to go ahead and announce that and let you know you don't want to miss it. We come get your pens, get your paper. In 2 weeks, we're going to have an amazing panel that's really just going to give you some gems. And guys, if you got questions, shoot, don't be afraid to DM us the questions. We will acknowledge the questions, okay? So please
come get educated.
Come get educated. This is what this platform is about. Not only support independent artists, we provide education. And we want to be able to get, if it's not coming from us, it's coming from individuals that we want to be able to put together to give you the understanding that you need when it comes to this industry.
Professional.
Okay. And we have a contest going on. Okay. So the Groove Slide. So one of my good buddies, D Royce and
we had him
Jay Dutch and Big Dreams, they are the creators of Groove, the single Groove, which is out now. And let me tell you, it has been getting a lot of traction. And Genius is teaming up with Natural Bridge and doing a contest for the best Groove Slide. Okay, so all those out there who got their TikTok accounts and everything of that nature, submit your videos via DM, right, or email. Is it everything? All the links is in the bio. And whoever has the best Groove Slide, the gentlemen are going to pick the best video. You are going to win $100, right? You're going to win merchandise, and a virtual meet and greet with the team.
Ooh.
So I think that's amazing.
That is $100 more than what you had in your pocket. You get merchandise that you didn't already have.
You get clothes. You get money. You get to meet the guys, the creators. So guys, submit those videos. Okay, do it. So go back to our profile. We're gonna put some more videos up so you can get the idea
what the
Groove Slide Challenge is about and what's going on, and get a little funky with it, of course, because it's a groove.
If you got roller skates, put your roller skates on. Don't fall now.
Don't fall and break yourself, because we don't have we're not responsible for that. Okay, so all right. But have fun with it, guys, and submit those videos to us, please. So guys, we're actually we're gonna put the official announcement out by tomorrow, and actually we have 2 weeks. So after 2 weeks they're gonna
when is it in?
Oh, that's in 2 weeks. So my exact calendar date
that's the 24th.
Actually the 24th. So guys, get your best videos together and submit. Okay, and we're gonna put the official announcement.
It's a dope song. It's so cute. It's funky. It's groovy. It's it's a movement. And so that's the announcement we got for Genius. And so what's going on this weekend with Couples Karaoke? Doing Couples of Karaoke tomorrow.
Couples in Karaoke.
So we do our regular, we talk relationships, we play games.
They matchmake.
So if you guys haven't already, if you haven't followed us, Couples of Karaoke with a K in comments.
Yes.
So pretty much in the beginning of the year, we hosted a event, which was a blind dating karaoke, which was so cute. But because of COVID, we could not do it no more. So now we're on live. Next week.
Next week. Okay, so they're not on tomorrow, but they're on next week.
So we'll be on next week, and just on our regular Thug Thistle thing.
Okay. All right. So guys, we are totally excited for a lot of upcoming events that we have going on. I know we're actually going to be partnering with Couples in Karaoke as well. So we got some things
in the works.
And we're going to be working it out for you guys. Trust and believe. So we just want to say thank you so much for coming through tonight. We just want to say thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts, believe me, and we just want to continue to grow and be able to make just make it big and grand for you guys as possible, to be able to learn new music, learn new artists, appreciate what we have in our very own backyard, and just to learn.
Yes, to get educated.
So guys, we thank you once again for just tuning in, for our Indies Talk. Next week, join us back here, same time, 7 p.m. For Berry Boo. Can't wait. Berry Boo has some background for Nicki Minaj, Melanie Fiona, and she is our independent artist.